Hello everybody, welcome to TvT Network. I'm Reload and today we're going to be looking at TvT. Before we look at the actual build that I'm going to be showing you, I'm going to show you kind of like the standard-ish form of TvT. TvT is kind of developed into two kind of builds. 1-1-1 and all of its variations, and a 1-Rex expand. When you want to Rex expand, the standard, like the buildings you want, is going to be about 3 racks, a factory with a tech lab, a starport with a reactor, then a bunch of racks with stim, combat shield, and +1, your upgrades rolling on all that jazz. And your third is getting it eventually. That's kind of like the ideal of what you're going to want when you're 1-Rex expanding, what you kind of want to get to. So, this guy's going to kind of doing the standard 1-Rex expand. He's going to get out his Marine, make his CC, making it, you know, his usual kind of build, getting up his racks, get up his gas. Yay, happy. Time to start teching, all that stuff. He's getting his stim, getting his factory. Sweet, life is good. Look how good he's doing. What the heck, how is there a Banshee in his base already? 7-minute Banshee. In his base. Now, we're going to be looking at the build in a second, but I just want you to think about how ridiculous that is. There's a Banshee in your base at 7 minutes. This guy did probably the one build that allows you to get the most Marines out as fast as possible. And it was pretty hard for him to hold. Now the control of the Banshee is pretty poor, as you can see, down it goes. But, I mean, 4 workers, 10 units killed. When you're keeping units low, it's great for you, especially when you're about to do an all-in. I'm going to spoil it for you. And now, another Banshee. What does he have? A missile turret and a handful of Marines. He gets close to killing it, doesn't quite kill it. The Banshee's still alive. Okay, cool. I finally defended the Banshee harass. I think I'm good. Now what? Oh look, there's the Banshee. Let's try and kill it. Almost there. I think we're in a... So right now he's in a pretty great position. He's got his medevacs, his stim, his racks up, +1 almost done. Great position, right? Wait a second. 4 tanks, a handful of Marines, Banshees, SCVs. What am I supposed to do now? That's right, you can't really do much. The Banshees limited your Marine number all game. So how do you win now? I just want to think of you how scary this is. This guy probably did the best 1-Rex expand, the safest one there is. And he just got rocked. We're gonna go through this game again, but this time through my perspective. This build gets out the fastest Banshee in the world. The Banshee is out at 6 minutes. Yeah, 6 minutes. In order to do this, you're going to make your gas on 11 and your racks on 13. Make constant Marines out of this guy, and this SCV that makes the racks is just going to make the factory and the starport. If you want to make it a little faster, you can make the tech lab on this racks and lift it off and just build the starport right on that, so you don't have to waste the time of lifting the starport and putting it back down. Small thing, but I like to be more safe and just make only Marines out of that. You could also make Hellions out of this factory after you make the tech lab, but instead I just send it right down here to make siege tanks and be able to reinforce pretty easily when I'm just going to do my push. So this was a little delayed because I was getting distracted when I was playing this game. So it got out a little bit later, but you can see that's ridiculously fast for a Banshee to come out. Yes, it's not going to have cloak, but still, Banshees are pretty good early on versus Marines and SCVs if you didn't know. Normally you shouldn't lose both Banshees, you should just be able to go back and repair both of them and get ready for fighting again. But this limits Marines number and SCV number so well that when the push comes, with 3 tanks, a handful of Marines, some SCVs, a Viking, and 2 Banshees, usually 2 Banshees, I lost one, whatever. It's so impossibly hard to hold that you can almost win every game with this. It's ridiculous. Like, how are you going to break this after being limited by Banshees all game? I want you to note that this guy did one of the best builds in TvT, where he gets super fast 5 racks and delays siege tank production just to get that many Marines out, +1 super fast stim, combat shield, all that jazz. He gets all the upgrades he needs super fast with an amazing, astounding number of Marines. but there's still almost no way he can hold this. How ridiculous is that? A 6-minute Banshee, about 6:30 or 7 in your base, and then just about 3 minutes later, there's 4 siege tanks, a ton of Marines, 2 Banshees, a Viking, and a medevac in your base. How ridiculous is that? It's pretty crazy, right? You can either expand after the 2 Banshees, or you can make it an all-in with siege tanks and stuff. I didn't tell you the racks timing on these. It's usually just when you have the money. There's no really specific timing. Stylistic stuff. Just as soon as you have the money, just throw down 2 more racks and just make Marines. I just kind of take it when my first Banshee's popping out. I put down 1, and then I put a second one down when the second Banshee pops out. I think I might have delayed it a little bit because I got distracted, but usually you can have that SCV that makes this racks make the second racks, but it is what it is. That's the best timing. When the first Banshee pops out, make the second racks. When that guy finishes that racks, build a third one. Or after the first Banshee pops out, you can just expand. Depends on what you want to do, but you can see this is a great opening. It's still my favorite. I love it a lot, and I hope you do too. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys around. See ya.